to a stream, and of course she would come to the stream where her boys is in it.
Right. Talking about this young guy's name has came up several times. This Killian Hayes rookie card. The first person in the comment can tell me where this guy played at before he came over here to the U.S. to get drafted. If you can tell me the team that he played for overseas in the comments, you get this card. The first person. Come on, C-Snip. Come on, C-Snip. Come on, Marco. Yeah, baby. Yes. Okay. We're going to do something back-to-back. We're going to give another one back-to-back. We got Isaiah Stewart rookie card. I got the question ready for you.
Beef stew.
Listen, Isaiah Stewart rookie card, man. We're not going to give away no trash here. We're going to give y'all away some stuff that you know that's going to be worth something. So, first person in the comments, right? If you can tell me what Isaiah Stewart's star rank coming out of high school, first person in the comment, you got this card. Isaiah Stewart.
Teal gang, all right. That's me all day long. Listen, I usually don't do current jerseys, right? But if when they come back with these and that K Cunningham, you know, we got to get that right. But that man, listen,
that's it.
Listen,
that's it.
Listen,
I'll be back. That's it.
Listen, I need the Teal back, please. We Teal ganged out over here. I mean, you got the real like pony hair on there. Oh, look at King, y'all. Look at King. He had to go get his time office too, you know. But yeah, man. Listen,
you know, I had to, we had to bring these out.
You know. You know,
and we live.
Welcome everybody. We Three Kings Pod, man. Let's talk about Michigan sports weekend, man. Everything was going good this weekend until the Lions. Oh man, we got to talk about it first because right now it's obviously the hottest thing going on in Michigan right now. It is the number one topic, the tie game with the Pittsburgh Steelers today. Boy, where do we start with this game? It was so much wrong with this game. If it was up to me, I'd give both teams a loss because it was really that bad out there. You know, like I said, the weather conditions, I feel like, you know, helped us out a little bit because, you know, a couple of, uncharacteristic turnovers happened in a couple of plays at the end, helped the Lions still stick around, but we still couldn't finish it. With the likes of Jared Goff at quarterback, we just could not produce enough points, and plus we got kickers missing field goals. So, you know, where do we even start with this topic, man? Thoughts on the game? Let's start with you, Big Willie. Thoughts on the game, my brother?
Indeed. I want to say it was a exciting fluster of a game today. You know. The opportunities was there, of course, but you know, of course, in Lions fashion, we can't take advantage of the opportunities that we have. You know, initially, we know when we first got the ball in the offense, we had a penalty, which for me, I always say when the penalty comes, the game is over. But they persevered because you know we was facing Mason Rudolph, who gave us every opportunity that we could have to win this game today. And we just couldn't go through it. We got, you know, Dirty Sanchez kicking field goals, missing them, in which the game was over if he'd have made an extra point, which is supposed to be routine now for guys that's professionals getting paid in this league, the game was over. The game was over. Didn't have to go into overtime. The game was won if you make your extra points. And then we get into overtime. Defense comes in, makes plays, gives us opportunities to get us into field goal range. Of course, we get penalties. That takes us back a little further. A couple 4 or 5 yards makes a difference on that field goal, which, you know, it was still a terrible field goal kick to show. And then still after that, we still have opportunities after opportunities after opportunity to get our first win in the season. So I'm actually going to celebrate this because we no longer consider a winless team right now. But it is kind of funny watching this game today. And y'all got to excuse me, I got a little coffee. I'm still recovering from COVID, guys. But it was most definitely entertaining in a comical way just to see, you know, all the things that was there. And we had a quarterback playing right now that honestly the coaches should have pulled in the fourth quarter. I mean, his inability to, you know, to extend the plays because, you know, they said he had, you know, issues with his hip and ribs and back and things like that. And even with him 100%, we are already at a disadvantage. But with him being hurt, it really put us behind the 8 ball because everyone knew soon as we get on offense, fourth quarter, they was coming to stop the run. And they knew that where we was going, what we was going to do. And there was nothing that we showed otherwise, and which was frustrating, knowing that everyone know that, okay, you're not going to do anything. Goff is not going to take off. He's not going to pull the ball or throw around or do a play action pass at this time. You know, we had opportunities in this game, and it just, you know, it didn't manifest. So, hey, at least we tied. Okay.
You know, I just want to add something there real quick, man, because even with the injuries, you damn sure didn't look injured when we got to overtime and he started throwing that ball. So I don't know how much is injury and how much is his faith with Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell decided to take over the play calling this week. And, you know, like I said, the constant running the ball when you see a team in the Steelers, you know, fill the box like that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, bro. We gotta think here. You know what I'm saying? We can't keep running into a wall of fat guys, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was even more disappointing. The play calling, you know, with the combination of Jared Goff. So everything you said, I totally agree with. What's your thoughts on the game, Big A?
14 of 25, 114 passing yards, 67.8 quarterback rating for a guy that's making $100 million contract.
Well,
you know, it is. I ain't gonna lie. Me and Willie was talking, and oh man, we're about to kick a field goal. So I switched the draft hat. We missed the field goal. So I brought the draft hat back out because I'm like, there's no way the Lions is going to drive the ball down the field and get back in the field goal position. You know, it's just, if there's a way to lose the game, even the announcer said it, the Lions is going to find a way. You know, Pittsburgh gave you opportunity after opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, and they still didn't seize it. I mean, for goodness sake, we can't even catch the pick on one knee that was deflected right into our hands. You know, and it's just one of those. The only thing I can say is, hey, we not going 0-17. You know, we won't be the first team to go 0-17. You know, like I say, 14 for 25, 114 yards with a 67 passer rating for a guy that has $100 million contract with 97% of it guaranteed. Like, I mean, there's no excuse. Like you say, King, oh, when he saw we was going to overtime, he wasn't hurt. You know, but whenever it went bad, he was hurt. I mean, this is, I mean, like I say, this is on him. I mean, nobody else. I mean, DeAndre Swift, 33 carries, 130 yards. I mean, uh, if you look at it, I mean, we had 229 uh, yards on the ground. Between three backs. I mean, but then when you go to the guy that's making 100 million, that's been to the Super Bowl before, we got we got 114 passing yards. Like, I mean, I'm Hawkinson, no catches. I mean,
he had some holding penalties though. We give him that. He had a couple of holding penalties.
But when if Golf can't find him, it ain't nothing he can do about it. I mean, Golf out there throwing Afflex, bro. Like,
man, full of ducks, man. That guy can't throw the ball. That noodle arm that passed down the field would have been a touchdown, but his noodle arm, underthrowing passes.
He throwing so many Affleck so bad that even when the Steelers almost got it picked, they couldn't even catch it. Like, it was just bad, man. It's just, I mean, I just don't get it, man. And like I say, once again, there's only this team. He's at the head, man. And like I say, 229 rushing yards on the ground. Like, Golf, what more help do you need? Like, stop being the check down king. He worse than a check down king than Alex Smith was, man. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, dude. And then like man, Willie was talking when he took the sack to Edmonds on the blitz. You can see the blitz coming a mile away, Golf. Throw the ball out of bounds. Don't turn around and curl up, dude. Yeah, you'll get hit, but you're not taking the sack, curling up, going into the fetal position, man. Like, come on, dude.
I literally screamed to the top of my lungs at the TV when he did that.
Yeah.
Throw the ball out of bounds.
He didn't want to get hit. That's what it was, man. That's exactly what it was. Coward move,
he had to
man.
Protect the McNuggets.
Coward move, bro.
I don't care, man. People like, oh, he's coming so fast, man. If boxers can dodge people punching right in front of him, this man could have threw the damn ball out. Anyway, let's skip to the next topic, man. It's time to talk Michigan. Some positive things to talk about. Nothing else to talk about. Take us there, Big A, man. Michigan come out with the victory.
Listen.
Let's go. Let's talk.
Listen. Last week somebody was on here. Oh, he got to win in Happy Valley. If he don't win, or da. Listen, man. Listen. First 4 plays, 2 sacks and a hit on Clifford, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had 7 sacks on Penn State, 5 of them between Aiden and Ajabo, who both have 10 sacks. I mean, we going to Happy Valley. It all started off, they didn't want to let us wear our all maize uniforms, right? You know what I'm saying? So we're like, okay, you ain't going to let us wear our maize uniforms. We're going to come out with the white uniforms, but we going all maize accessories. You know what I'm saying? We're totally going against the grain of what you try not to get us to do, right? One thing I love about this game, that when we came into this game, we all know going into Happy Valley is not an easy win. Like man, Big Willie was saying, we was happy it was a noon game. We didn't have to deal with the whiteout and stuff like that. Start of the game, Michigan offense started off horrible. We started off slow. First quarter, Penn State had like 33 plays to our 6 or 7 plays. We started off false start. I mean, if you watching this Penn State game, whenever we go into Happy Valley, it seems the offense always get a false start, right? I guess it's like they got to get it out of the way, right? But Penn State come out with trickery, because really that was the only way they was going to be able to do something against us, right? But one thing I want people to understand is, Penn State defense is not bad. This was the best defense Michigan has faced, up to this point. It's probably the best defense we're going to face in the Big Ten, to be honest. Like I say, first quarter, Penn State, they controlled the ball. They picked up some big third downs. They hit us with the trickery. You know what I'm saying? But eventually that trickery came back to bite them, man. Uh, One thing we gotta talk about 12, man. 12 ain't getting enough credit. He not getting enough credit, bro. Uh, After the game, Jim Harbaugh referred to Cade McNamara as cold blooded, man. That's cold blooded, and he doesn't get rattled, man. Off that sack, he was totally blindside, and he fumbled the ball. But Cade, it just seems like nothing rattles him, man. And he came right back after that. I'm not gonna lie, I was getting upset. I'm like, man, we keep running these runs, up the middle. But once again, it's about playing chess and not checkers. That run sucked them in just for Eric All to come across the middle on that tight end drag, man. And we, and we ran it all the way to the crib, man. I mean, Hardball is hitting that checklist. People say, oh, he can't win this, he can't win that. I mean, Penn State winning Happy Valley is out, ranked, you know. Uh, and I just can't say enough, man. 7 sacks. Penn State has never gave up more than 4 sacks. We had 7 sacks, man. David Ajabo, shout out to David Ajabo. He was in the stream last week. Shout out to him, man. He didn't even have to use the spin move this week, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Aiden Hutchinson, 3 sacks. I mean, these guys, man, they answered the call, man. It's always, hey, can Michigan do this? Can Michigan do that? I mean, they answered the call. Hassan Haskins putting the offense on his back, man. Just making big run after big run after big run. We got Roman Wilson, 2 touchdowns coming back from injury, man. You know, it's I know it's an ugly W, but those who understand it, though, the aesthetics of it, of us winning in Happy Valley, that is huge, man. It is huge. Uh, let's not act like as if but the same offense against Ohio State, they only put up, what was it, 20, 21? They put up 21 against Penn State. The only reason why they scored, like Randy say that Big Biggie got a fumble recovery and took it in. Ohio, if you watch that game, Ohio offense did not look good against Penn State. I mean, Penn State has a great defense. I mean, let's not get it wrong, 6-3. If you really watching Penn State and you understand Sean Clifford got hurt. I mean, they don't lose that Iowa game with Sean Clifford in. They don't. With him playing in that Illinois game, he wasn't ready to come back. But yeah, Penn State had Ohio State on the ropes. It took a fumble recovery by the defense to take it in. But listen, can't undervalue this win. It's huge. It's huge. I mean, I'll let y'all go, but I got more still. I still got more.
All right,
Big
Big
Willie,
Willie. Give us give it to us straight, Big Willie. You know what I'm saying? Give it to us straight.
Listen. It was a great game, but I can't lie when I say my heart wasn't pumping through my chest watching that game on Saturday, because it had the same feel like the Michigan State game. Defense was dominating throughout the whole entire game, but the offense just was not able to put them away and kept Penn State around in this game, which it came back and bit us. But luckily, like they said, McNamara came through clutch with the big play in the fourth quarter with Eric All scoring a touchdown, because it was starting to get frustrating now. Me and Big A, we was watching. We was like, okay, we got to. When Michigan gets behind the score, it scares you. It really scares. If Michigan, once Michigan get behind, you instantly get scared, because Michigan hasn't shown the ability to be innovative when they're behind for the most part. We got to keep the lead in these games. Otherwise, it puts a fear into you, because watching watching that last drive when Michigan scored, you seen what was coming, and you got frustrated. Haskins was a beast yesterday. No question about it. It was times where I didn't think he was going to get through, but with the type of runs that he does, he powers his way through, which it saves us. Like Haskins saves us on a lot of them, because a lot of them was really shut down, but because he runs so hard, he makes more than what it should be. And those are times where where I always say that the offense needs to show up. The offense at the end did show up for the defense, but we can't keep having no moments. Like, we're not going to be able to survive that going up against on Ohio State. Like, our offense it has to give our defense some breaks, because the defense was just going crazy yesterday. It was lovely watching them boys coming from the ends and hitting on Clifford. Of course, we knew they didn't have a run game. They had a couple of little QB sneaks coming here and there, a little pass where it barely got through. So our defense, of course, was basically on point yesterday, but they could only keep them down for so long. They were going to do some things like Penn State. The thing I created with Penn State, they know they didn't have a run game, but they made some innovations to counteract that. And that's the thing that I was always saying about Michigan and their offense. It's like, we got to show something more. We We just can't keep running and running, and everybody know that's the play is going to happen. And it happened yesterday. Thank the Lord we got a crossing route where the two Penn State players ran into each other and Eric run through, because that's the same system of plays that we always see. And you get frustrated. You can't lie. Hey, I don't know who wasn't getting frustrated watching that yesterday and was scared yesterday. Luckily, it went our way. So I'm thankful for that victory. Like I said, that is a big, huge monkey off of Jim Harbaugh's back. But like, again, I'm gonna say, listen, I was scared yesterday, and I was saying it last week. Like, we can't just go into Happy Valley with anything. We got to do some things, and I'm just grateful that we came out with the victory.
All right, so I'm gonna keep my comments real short because I see an opportunity here, and I'm gonna take it. So, as far as what I got from the game, pretty much the same situation from week to week to me. I just want more. I just want more out the offense. I just feel like we can't play in this manner and go out and beat a team like Ohio State. We give them opportunities, and it's going to bite us in the foot. So, like I said, I just want to see the Michigan offense put their foot on someone's neck and apply that pressure. That's all I'm asking. Like I said, the defense, they were all over the place. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? The defense does what they do what they do. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see Michigan take advantage and push that lead up the way that it should be done sometimes. So that's what I thought about the game. But I see the disagreement in your face, Big A, on what Willie was just saying. Let me hear what you got to say.
This is my thing. We talk about Penn State gave innovation to the run game, and they leading rusher had 88 rushing yards. Like, I mean, listen, it was going to be opportunity there for them to get some yards on the ground, because guess what? Their biggest threat was Jahan Dotson, who had 9 catches for 67 big old yards. The running back wasn't the guy who was going to be the focus. I mean, let's not act like this guy had this big old running. Oh, it was this innovation. What innovation? Like, it was going to be opportunities. You in the spread. I mean, for goodness sake, you should be able to get some type of running yards. But the thing is, he wasn't the key. It was Jahan Dotson. And to me, like I say, once again, what Michigan did, Michigan's been the only team to be able to keep Jahan Dotson under wraps like that. Yeah, I mean, and then he got hit with the kill shot from Rod Moore Jr. Put him out the game. You know what I'm saying? And let's not act like K didn't pull the ball on the RPO. Are we missing that? He pulled the ball on the RPO in the red zone for a touchdown. That's some innovation, but we're going to keep looking over that, though, because I guess we ain't putting 50 or 60 points. Listen, I don't care how they win, as long as they win. I don't care if it's ugly. I don't care if it's by 1 point, as long as they win. Like I said, I'm not going to understate this win because if they lost, people would be on here screaming for Harbaugh gotta go. Harbaugh gotta go. But since they won, oh, it's and I'm not going. Listen, the offense started horribly slow. Right away, like I say, they started off with a penalty. They started behind the 8 ball. But for these guys to pull, and this is another thing I want to say. Everybody mentioned Ohio State. Ohio State on offense only put up 14 points against this Penn State defense. Ohio State had 4 field goals, and then, like I say, the difference in that game was Penn State was about to score and take the lead on Ohio State, but they fumbled the ball and let the defensive tackle run it back. So, like, are we watching these games, or are we just talking? Are we just talking to talk?
Well, the reason why a lot of people, the reason why a lot of people saying that about Ohio State, because it's been clearly obvious that Ohio State is a different team at this point in the season than they were at the beginning of the season. They are much, much better. And like I said, with the situation with us and Ohio State, nobody's downplaying the victory, but everybody has that. For instance, in the comment section, if you feel like Michigan has another gear that they can kick into, type a 7 in the comments, because that's pretty much the feeling that I'm getting from the fan base. It's this thing that's there where, we just feel like, man, we can really blow this game open, but we just don't take those opportunities at time. And a lot of the times you see the frustration with some of the play calling on social media. So I kind of get where they're coming from, but nobody's understating, the victory. It's just, a lot of people believe that Michigan, on the offensive end, at least, can do a lot more than what you see at times. So, I can get with that, what I'm saying? It is what it is, but of course we're going to take wins however we can get wins. So Willie, I see you making a lot of facial expressions, man. What you got, man? Let me know what you got.
Once again, your boy Big A, always the prisoner of the moment. No one said anything about the defense of Penn State. I said offense and what they lacked. We know what they lacked on offense, but because of what they lacked, they chose and they did things to try to make up for the lack they had. They went for fake punts. They, knowing that they couldn't block us, so they quarterback draws. They was doing things to try to get over the hump, knowing that they're not offensively wise there. That's what I mean by our offense. Like, let's try. Let's, like I say, it's another gear, like I said. Oh, we're not gonna pretend like, yeah, he didn't pull the RPO and score on the touchdowns with Ron Whistle. Yes, thank you. That's what we've been trying to see for the past 7 to 8 weeks. And then we come out, like you said, and come out flat on offense the first quarter. And that type of frustration sinks in when you're seeing the defense so dominant, and you go in and then we get the lead. We go 14-6, and all we saying is, listen, all we just need is get us a field goal. And this game is over because the defense has been so dominant. Just give us another field goal. And we couldn't do that because we allowed Penn State to stay around. And what happened? They scored. They fought. They did some stuff on offense. They tied the game up. They got the 2-point conversion. They got the sack. They got the fumble. They got the 3 points. They did things to win the game. That's what we're saying on offense. And it's not that we don't want to give them credit, but my God, everybody, I know everybody, this was a scary game. I said we was going to be on here singing a different tune if they didn't put it out. Thank the Lord that they pulled it through. But my thing is this, watching that game yesterday and been watching throughout the season and knowing what we're trying to accomplish, going against the Ohio State and trying to get to the Big Ten championship. Yeah, we need to see that next level. Put some foot on the next. Once we get that lead and get that momentum, let's go with it. And knowing what the defense, because they're, like I said, I said it last week, Penn State defense is good. and you knew what was coming. Penn State knew what was coming. They crashed down and we do every week. Thank the Lord we have Haskins. Otherwise, it would have been a much worse outcome. But those are the opportunities that we got to see, whether it's play calling, players, coaching, to take advantage of. And I'm just ready to see us take advantage of it. And we did it a couple times last week, but we got to get up a gear. Otherwise, we're going to be in trouble. Let's not pretend that offensive game yesterday didn't scare you. It didn't put you at a pause. It didn't frustrate you. We all was frustrated a little bit yesterday. But thank the Lord they was able to pull it out. But it was opportunity that we have to not even be put in that opportunity. That's the thing about yesterday and these other games is that Michigan never puts nobody away. When it's time to put the foot on the necks and just say we're about to end this game early and put them away and don't give them no momentum, Michigan hasn't taken advantage of that, and we need to see that. That's it. That's really us. It's not a knock on the offense. It's not a knock that they can't do it, because I feel that they can do it. We just got to do it.
So with that said, I'm gonna just pass it to you, Big A. I got to step away for a couple of minutes, and then I'll be right back.
So, I mean, what I'm going to say is, even though, we could say Penn State knew it was coming, Haskins still had 156 yards on the ground. I mean, am I gonna say offense perfect? Do they need to take them? Yeah, I mean, you could always get better, but I'm not gonna sit up here and harp as if, oh man, we just ain't getting it done. And then this whole thing about this Ohio State. I mean, like I say, I mean they could have lost the game in Nebraska. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, Willie, like you said, man, like uh the whole thing with Penn State, they almost lost that game. I mean, they got a big break. I mean, let's go to the Michigan State game. I mean, when we did had a knockout blow, it got taken away from us. But whatever the case is, man, to me, what we have to also look at, man, Michigan has been suffering injury after injury, and these guys are balling, man. I mean, Andre Anthony, I think he went down again. He had to lead the game early. So a lot of times you making adjustments on the fly. I got to give credit to the coaching staff. I mean, am I gonna say we need to mix some things up? Yeah, but I'm not gonna sit up here and just like harp down on these guys like as if they not making changes, game after game, man. I mean, like I say, if we gonna sit up here and give Penn State credit for their run game and innovation, but we're gonna sit up here and act like uh K McNamara didn't pull the ball twice on the RPO, which people have been asking about. Okay, you think you're not gonna run pass, and we did. One of them went for a score. I mean, and I mean one thing. I mean, we have to also say though is Penn State keyed in on our linebackers. They picked up some big, huge third downs. That they was able to capitalize on. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, I'm not going to water this down because if he would have lost, if Michigan would have lost, it would have been, oh, Harbaugh can't get it done. He can't get it done. Then it's like when he get it done, like that still ain't good enough. No, I ain't doing that. He got it done. Personally, I think James Franklin on his way up out of there. On his way up out of there, seemed like So
okay. So let's go ahead and answer that question that's up there. So, question is K play gotten better to y'all since the MSU game? To answer that question, yeah. I mean, his play was always good, and again, I would say the MSU has been his best game. That MSU game has been his best game. I can see that his play has always been good. He's always been solid with his play. Like you said, the great thing about K that we have is that he doesn't turn the ball over. He doesn't make bad decisions with the ball. Now, he may be a little quick with the ball and not getting it down the field. He may not get them a couple of reads. He tried to get this out of his hand as quick as possible so that it won't get any trouble, which, there is opportunity. Now, with K, there is opportunities there. But he is steady. He doesn't turn the ball over, but there is opportunities, big opportunities for K. But yeah, go ahead, Big A.
Now, one thing too, Big Willie, let's remember this. He's been battling an injury before the Michigan State game. Battling an injury, and he's still not turning that ball over, and he's consistent, man. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I hope that we are seeing a preview of what's going to be going on, with this RPO and, him pulling the ball and throwing the ball, So, but what I don't want to happen is this is a huge win. I don't care. Don't look at Penn State's record or whatever the case is. This is Michigan going into Happy Valley and pulling off a win, man. I mean, they threw everything at us at the kitchen sink,
Big
man.
I did say that last week, but I can recall Big A was saying, "Oh, Penn State, they lost 3 games already, and they ain't gonna." And I said it's gonna be a tough environment. It's gonna be tough against Penn State, but he wasn't trying to give Penn State credit last week. But now he kind of changed a little bit of a tone. I hope y'all peep that. Hope y'all guys can peep that. Why saying Penn State.
What I said is, we can always roll tapes back. What I said, because you was trying to give them this credit for this innovation, like they reinvented the wheel. But like I said, this is the same team that went into 9 overtimes with Illinois. That's what I was saying, but I still wasn't taking the fact away. Listen, we haven't won there. This was, Happy Valley, but I'm never dancing on the fence like you do. Oh, they might lose this, just so you can be able to say if they lose, you want to say, well, I told you. I said they was going to pull it off, and they did.
And
that's what I said.
Didn't they almost lose? Like
I don't care. Listen, if you win the Super Bowl by 1 point, are you going to say, well, we almost lost it? Heck, you're not.
I'm not the one to say that I don't want them to lose. I'm just basing off reality that we have trouble winning in Happy Valley. So that's what my reality is. And the reality was we had trouble winning yesterday. So we're not going to say that, that game was, if we won by 1 or 3, it was still a close game. And it was still something that I always say, listen, we got to be careful with. And yesterday was one of them games that we had to be careful with. And it was close. It was scary. It was exciting. It was all of the above. You did?
Well, what Tupac used to always throw up? W. That's what we got yesterday. So I don't care about none of that. Like I said, we was gonna win. We won. Listen, man. This year, man, is special. Like we got 2 guys on the defensive end. They got 10 sacks, man. Like, another guy we need to give a shout out to, DJ Turner, man. DJ Turner held it down. Man. Locking up whoever he was on. Rob Moore stepping into the game, man. Rob Moore made a big tackle on 3rd down because right after that tackle they missed the field goal, man. Like, Harbaugh said after them boys didn't flinch, man, and they didn't. Eric you got Penn State telling them, oh, we know your ankle messed up. We're going to take you out the game. And look, he's the guy that catched the 47-yard touchdown. He was not going to be stopped, man. Shout out to Brad Hawkins. Laid that thumper on Sean Clifford, man. That's why Sean Clifford, I don't know if y'all paid attention. After Brad Hawkins hit Sean Clifford, Sean Clifford probably couldn't even breathe. I was talking to Brian Hawkins through the DM on Instagram. He said he heard it when he hit Sean Clifford, man. Shout out to Brian Hawkins for mentioning us in this story. Shout out to DJ Turner for mentioning us in this story. Shout out to Rob Moore for mentioning us in his story. I mean, it was just like, and like I say, I'm with you, man. Offense, take it up another step, but I'm not going to act like I didn't notice the RPO, which we've been asking for all year. We asked for it. Even if you're not going to run the ball, pull it and pass it. And we got that. We got that twice, Big Willie. You squint your eyes. The big play on Eric and you said it too, Willie. You like, man, they was about to crash down on Hassan Hawkins so bad. And it was 2 defenders there. He pulled it, threw it to Eric He pulled the second one in the red zone. Listen, no field goals. All touchdown this game. All touchdowns.
All
touchdowns. Man. I mean, I could just, like I say, man, I know I know the next game is, as far as the players, they can't look past Maryland. You know what I'm saying? They got to go in and handle business there. We can't. Yeah, we got Ohio State in 2 weeks. I get that, but we, as players, they can't look past that, which I don't think this team is. Maryland is up next. I'm not about to give Ohio State all of this. Ohio State. Listen, that's gonna come. We got Maryland next, man, and we can't afford to, overlook these guys. You know what I'm saying? Maryland was in the game with State, but Lil Tua, as I like to call him, it's like, he kind of put me in that Adrian Martinez category. He gonna turn that ball over, man. You know what I'm saying? And but we got to go in there. We got to take care of Maryland next week, man. It's I to me, like I say, it was a check mark off the list. You know what I'm saying? Go win in Happy Valley. Then we got Maryland next. Now, and the big one is Ohio State, man. But like I said, we can't afford to look forward. We got to next opponent up. Maryland is on the clock. You know what I'm saying? We're going to learn a lot from that Michigan State and Ohio State game. Oh, you must believe I'm going to be watching that one. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be a lot of things to see. You know what I'm saying? And another thing, we got to look at it. Penn State ran with the up tempo, and Big Willie, like I told you, you owe Mike McDonald an apology. The man had a bad half, and you was ready to crucify him. These last two teams, and I'm glad Penn State and Indiana, they tried the whole up tempo thing with them, and Michigan was able. They fixed it. You know what I'm saying? So you owe Mike McDonald an apology, Big Willie.
Indiana and Penn State don't have Kenneth Walker on their team. Next question.
Right.
Next question.
Right.
They tried to do it. They don't have Kenneth Walker, the Heisman Trophy finalist, the one who should be winning the Heisman. So they don't have that on their team. But we gonna move it right along.
But it ain't even a Kenneth Walker thing. It was about being out of position and trying to substitute so many times.
No. That was a Kenneth Walker thing because he was the one that contributed to all the touchdowns when it happened when they was out of position. So it was exactly a Kenneth Walker thing. It wasn't nobody else. Nobody else gave us heck when they was out of position, but Kenneth Walker.
Well, that was the only game that they was out of position. So I mean, my thing is, if we can say something, we also got to be whenever we wrong, we got to be able to admit that we was wrong too. So this whole
they adjusted. They adjusted. I give them credit. That's what you supposed
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Because
when you get burnt like that, you don't got no choice but to make them adjustments. You're supposed to do that. That's how coaching goes. You feel me?
Yeah, you can sprinkle it how you want to, but if you're gonna nail a person on the cross for when they, what they was getting wrong, you got to also be able to come back around and say, okay, yeah, you fixed that. That's what's up, and they did that. So, that's all I'm saying.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, I listen. I told you, I was like, I don't know if you wanted to do this show because Michigan, and then also our next subject too. You gotta come to the altar. You gotta come to the altar, brother. So.
Listen,
we gotta give credit where credit is due, man.
So with that said, y'all ready to move into the next topic?
Well, while we going on to the next topic, yeah, we can go ahead and move on to the next topic.
Hold on.
Before we do,
one thing I do want to say though, Big Willie did call the Baylor upset. He called that one last week. He said Baylor was going to beat Oklahoma. And he said he also said if Oklahoma happened to get past Baylor, they were still going to lose to Oklahoma State, which I agree too, though. But he called the Baylor upset.
Get them
Oklahoma, they out of there. They out of there. Michigan just got to do they gotta handle their business, and we gonna see some things. Like I say, we got Maryland next, and then with the Michigan State and Ohio State game, that's a game. Like I say, I don't really watch too much of Sparty games, especially when they're wearing my boss specials. Them has to be the most horrible uniforms
Boy,
ever, man.
they was glowing last night, man. Did you see it? They was glowing, baby.
you know,
So
I just don't get it. It's just like the Lions being in that all white uniform, but we're gonna keep a silver helmet. Like who's coordinating stuff over there? You know what I'm saying? But do y'all want to dig into some of these questions before we go to the next topic?
We could, but before we get into the questions, hold on, King. We got to give a shout out to our sponsor. We have official sponsor right now, Culture Detroit, man. That's our brothers, man. They got a fashion store full of classic, exclusive shoes. They're located on the Fashion Avenue in Livernois. The address is 19327 Livernois. Hey, listen, go in, man. Tell them We Three Kings sent you, man. They're going to hook you up with a great discount. You can follow them on Instagram at CultureDET. Check them out. You can DM them for special release dates if you're trying to get some release dates on these upcoming shoes. And also, they have availability where you can put down something for you, so pre-orders as well. So definitely check them out. Like I said, the address, once again, is 19327 Livernois. That's Culture Detroit. They are our official sponsor. Those are our brothers. Go in, say we Three Kings sent you, and they're going to hook you up.
Also one thing that's in Detroit, Michigan, one thing about culture also. So if you sell shoes, and it's been the sneaker community has been really getting crazy. It's been a lot of people. They meet up with somebody to sell some shoes and they end up getting robbed. Or they meet up with somebody and somebody selling fakes. So what you can also do at Culture Detroit, you can arrange a meetup up there, and when you get there, your shoes can also be verified checked. Culture Detroit, all the guys that's working in there, they are very, well versed in the sneaker world. They know how to spot out fakes. And like I say, in the store itself, when you go, you have to be buzzed into the store. So even if you meet up there and somebody's trying to snatch your shoes and run, they can't get out of the store because you have to be buzzed out. So it's a safe spot to also go if you want to sell your shoes and you're just looking for a safe spot to go to. You can also go up to Culture Detroit. You can also get shoes verified. You can also sell your shoes there, and you can also have consignment. You can put your shoes in there for a little bit, and they'll sell the shoes for you and take a little bit off the top. But Culture Detroit, they also have one of the largest Facebook groups out there also, so you can follow them on Facebook, get in their group and stuff like that too. So yeah, Culture Detroit, them are our official sponsors. That is those guys are our family over there. So most definitely go down there, and tell them We Three Kings sent you.
All right. With that said, y'all got anything else on Michigan before we move on to the next topic?
Go Blue.
Go Blue, man. Go Blue.
Go Blue. All right.
Indianapolis, here we come.
Hat switch.
Hey, listen.
We talking Detroit Pistons now. We on Detroit Pistons now talking. So this one.
Hold on.
It's been an interesting week, I would say the least. Hold on. Let's take a look at that. Big A got to show out real quick. Big A got to show out.
Listen. I've been holding this one. So you see that in the corner over there? Those are pistons from the actual motor of a piston. You know what I'm saying? I gotta show this thing out, man. We got the pistons there. We got the car on the side over there. We got the Detroit sign right there. Then we got Motor City back there. Then we got the little map back there, downtown Detroit, Midtown, Eastern Market, Bricktown. I was saving this. 2 out of 3 wins. I'll take that. Let's go, fellas.
Oh yeah. So yeah, this week, Detroit Pistons. They was 2 out of 3 with winning the games this week. It was up and down for sure. It was up and down, so ups and downs. It was some progression and it was some degression going on. with the Detroit Pistons. So I want to be able to do this. I'm gonna make this a segment that we call "Let 'Em Rant." So King, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the flow, brother, man. I feel that there's a rant that you need to get off your chest, brother. So go ahead and let them rant for us one time, man. The floor is yours, my brother.
All right, man. So I'm pretty sure most of you guys seen the rant video, man, with Dwayne Casey. And I had to give it to Big Willie because I was trying to let him live for a little while. But y'all know I had to revert back to the old king, man, and where I used to be with this man. But Dwayne Casey has been a thorn in my side. Unbelievably, bro. It you know, like I said, the rotations that we seeing out there, the guys that's getting playing times, the guys that's not getting playing time, the offense that we running, everything just seemed like it's just, I mean, I don't even understand how to explain it at times. So you know, Corey Joseph, we like I said, we 2 out of 3. So, you know what I'm saying, I can't complain. We beat Houston, but then, you know, we turn right around and get embarrassed, you know what I'm saying, against Cleveland. And we kind of know that, you know, that was going to come because we don't have anything down there in the paint. And especially missing Kelly Olynyk, you're really going to suffer. Even though Kelly is not a defensive player, he's just a bigger guy. So, you know, kind of know we're going to suffer. But it wasn't the fact that we lost that game. That was expected. It was the manner in how we lost that game. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that Corey Joseph, well, go ahead, Big A. What?
Breaking news. 5-star defensive back Demani Jackson decommits from USC and opens up his recruitment. That's big.
Wow.
That's big. Now Demani was, you know, he just went on a visit to Alabama last week, but he's always been like a silent flip watch for Michigan. But go ahead.
We're gonna keep up with that one though, because you know, Alabama's going strong for him.
Right. Yeah. So, like I said, man, just, you know, just the coaching from Dwayne Casey, man, it's just been frustrating. You know, not playing guys enough. What he's doing with Diallo, we seen where Hamidou Diallo and him pretty much got into it on the sidelines, and he ended up having to, you know, Hamidou had to leave with Troy Weaver, and they went in the back or whatever to talk, because I'm probably sure Hammy is saying, listen, you brung me here. You know, I could have went anywhere else, but I decided to come back, and I'm losing playing time to Corey Joseph and Roddy Magruder, which makes absolutely no sense, because if you're going to play these veterans, then you need to make sure these veterans are productive. Corey Joseph turned the ball over repeatedly. He did absolute zero that game, and he stayed on the court for 20 minutes. I was beside myself in fury and anger that Cleveland game, man. But then on the flip side, you turn it around. After my rant video, I don't know if this man saw my rant video or something, but he decides to stagger Cade and Killian the proper way. And, you know, Corey Joseph had less of a role and less of time with the ball in his hand. But then, y'all thought it was going good, right? But then in the fourth quarter, Dwayne Casey elects to bring Corey Joseph in the game with Cade and Killian and give him the ball to run the offense. I don't know if I'm crazy. I don't know if I'm just some, you know, the old man in the fan base or something. But, bro, somebody, Willie, man, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? What's going on, bro?
Hey, listen, excuse me. It was like I said, I watched. It was up and down. The past 2 games was real up and down. I want to say, King, you got to be patient, man. Listen, I know I called it earlier in the season before we started, when we made our predictions, and I was saying these things about Dwayne Casey, and I believe you guys are telling me you got to be patient, Big Willie. You know, so you got to crawl before you walk. We ain't there yet. You got to be patient. So when I see King go on his rant, I'm saying, wait a minute, hold on. You can't just abandon your coach right now, man. You know, it's a lot going on. We're dealing with injuries. We're trying to find out what lineups mesh. And watching the game yesterday and watching the game Friday, I kind of got a better feel of what was going on, because the game was basically over on on Friday with all the turnovers, with the fouls getting early, with Stu and Grant getting the foul trouble early, turnovers. We had 13 in the first half. The game was basically over. So what you were trying to see, especially knowing that it was the first night of a back-to-back, to put that type of game together like you were wanting wasn't really warranted because that game was already basically over and done. And the way they made the adjustment on Saturday in that game, in which they had less turnovers, which you've seen it's probably the best game I've seen from Killian since I've been watching him. He had a great game, and it's something that we have been championed for us to see. We see that if he does that I will believe this will be the outcome. What happened Saturday? We won. He had a great all-around game. Grant came through in the clutch in the fourth quarter. When the last minutes of the game, you've seen what we said Cade can do. He did it. He came through with clutch shots, driving to the hole. Everything that we predicted before the season of what we would think that backcourt would do, what Grant would do, what Stu and them guys in the bench would do, happened yesterday. It happened. So for me, I was just going to say, hey, listen, calm down, King. Calm down a little bit. Don't lose patience in your coach, man. You told me, no, man, we gotta let Casey do his thing, man. You gotta trust and believe he knows what he's doing. We got some guys out here that we know Corey Joseph may not need to be in, but like I said, he's still a veteran, and we're still dealing with injuries with our backcourt too as well. Like, Killian, he's playing good, but he's still playing injured. So we don't want to lose him when he's making the progress that he does. So I'll just say, be a little patient, man. I'm a realist. I predict stuff, but I'll say, be a little patient there, King. Be patient, brother.
Don't toot your horn a little bit too much. Now the impatience is the rotation. It's not with the team and the roster. You okay. You don't toot your horn, but the impatience is with the roster rotation, and that's what it's not just me. It's the entire fan base right now because it was so bad that it was trending on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only time Corey Joseph is going to trend on Twitter ever. So go ahead, Big A. What I see you want to jump in. Go ahead.
Yeah, to me, I just, once again, I'll still say, I like Casey. You know what I'm saying? And I can see where we might say, oh man, we playing this guy in front of this guy, but it's like you never know. Maybe Killian seeing him losing those minutes to the guy might have turned his game up because I mean, we got to be honest. There's some games he was out there and he wasn't getting much done, and it's like at a point in time, it has to go to the player also. Like, listen, man, you gotta take advantage of every moment that you get out there, and make something happen. I mean, like I say, he had a good game last game, and hopefully that this still carries over because, like I say, I mean, you can see the difference. He hurt his thumb again. Normally, he would have probably stayed out, but he came back in. I mean, it's just at some time you gotta just you gotta as they say, put them big boy pants on because I mean, let's be honest, man. All these guys are playing with injury. Ain't nobody going out there every night just healthy. I mean, especially you playing back to back games, you got all type of you get all type of nicks and knacks here. So I think, with Killian, maybe he saw, it's like, look, I can't have you all out there, all day just running around and not getting nothing done. And so hopefully, that ticked in his head to say, you know what, man, let me make sure, I'm doing what I got to do out there, because, I mean, like I say, he had a great game, but let's see, where that carries over. I think a lot of the time is we look at the names that's on this roster and stuff like that. One of my expectations for the team this year was, outside the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they still got to learn to play together. I mean, we do got to get a presence down low. You know what I'm saying? And it's little things like that. But yeah, like I say, we as a coach, we got to put ourselves in those shoes too, man. Hey, I got a guy out here, you know what I'm saying? okay, you don't play 25 minutes. I ain't seeing much. You know, you gotta try to mix it up a little bit to try to get a little bit of some type of rhythm. And like I say, with Killian seeing himself getting pulled out of them fourth quarters and all of that, maybe that says something to him. Like, dude, I got to get out there and I got to do something. I mean, we got to be honest. He wasn't getting
Yeah.
nothing done, and they. I mean, as a coach, you like, okay, I got to try to figure something out. Maybe put
Well, I
these
would
guys
say,
in.
Big
So
A, he
no,
wasn't getting nothing done. I would say it was more on the defensive end. Like, if you notice, he's great on defense, but offensively, that's where he's needed.
That's what I'm saying. Let me be. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about on the offensive end, because it's like, okay, we need points, and then it's like, okay, we not getting none. But like I say, who know? Like I said, as a player myself, if I'm looking at my minutes, if I'm seeing my minutes getting short, dude, I'm a check myself. Like, okay, let me see what's. And this is just me. I'm gonna say, well, dang, let me see if I can do more. I mean, really, because if you're producing out there on both ends of the ball, man, there shouldn't be no reason why you get pulled. I mean, he didn't get pulled the other night because he was balling.
Right.
He was balling. I mean, simple as that. But if you ain't, as a coach, that coach got to try to find some type of production. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, Big A. King. You got a response to that, my brother?
Well, I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not trying to start a whole conversation over Killian Hayes.
Yes, you are.
Like I said, I cover it because, like I said, y'all, Big A is in New Mexico. I get to watch close. I get to listen to the interviews. I get to, you know what I'm saying? So the thing with Killian Hayes and what the fan base was frustrated about is when he got going in those games, Casey would pull him. You know what I'm saying? When he make a shot or two, Casey would pull him, hold him out the whole fourth quarter for no reason. And then Corey Joseph come in and plays horrible. That's what the fan base is ranting about, those type of things. And, it also comes down to shot volume with Killian. Like I said, he's shooting 43% from three-point land right now. But shot volume definitely plays a point in that percentage because, like I said, he's not getting as many shots as anybody else on the team right now.
Yeah, but let me interrupt you. Let me interrupt you a little bit on that one, King, because hold on. Let me interrupt you on that one because you say that he doesn't get enough shots like everybody else, but I feel that he gets the opportunity to get those shots when he's out there. It's not like he doesn't have the opportunity to get the shots, right? So like you say,
I think. See, this is what I'm talking about. Killian's his job out there on the court is not to take as many shots in high volume as Jeremy Grant and Cunningham. That's not his job out there. And Dwayne Casey would tell you that himself. So in his limited possessions and when he has an opportunity, that's where the fan base is saying, okay, take those opportunities and take those shots. So yeah, I can get with that, but he's not a player that is given the opportunity to go out there and shoot 18 to 20 shots in a game. That's just not what like I said, it's a certain amount of shots that have to go to a certain amount of players. So his job out there is distribution and running the floor. So when he's doing that correctly, when he's the only one that produces steals on the team, when he's the only one that seems to have the court vision to get the ball to these guys who just could not knock down shots for the first 6 or 7 games, then yeah, I can get with that. But the only glaring thing on Killian is the amount of points that he scores in a game. That seems to be the only focus from the fan base right now. And, I can get with that. You know what I'm saying? He's out there on the court. Yeah, he needs to produce some points. Of course, he needs to be more aggressive. We got a chance to see that yesterday. But gradually, like I was saying a couple of weeks ago, game after game, you start to see little steps forward from Killian Hayes on the offensive end. It's confidence and it's going to build. That's why I say I just need to see an entire season from Killian Hayes before I can even measure that, because it's going to gradually and slowly get better. So yes, he has the highest 3-point percentage on the team right now because he doesn't shoot as many as Sadiq Bey or Jeremy Green. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't shoot. He doesn't have the same shot volume as those guys. So yeah, that we're not holding no weight with that. But for what it's worth, when he hears things like that, it gives him confidence to shoot those shots. Yesterday, he was knocking down threes and and celebrating and pointing to his arm and all type of stuff. That's what I want to see. Confidence. Shoot the ball with confidence. And that's all that the fan base is asking for. So, like I said, on top of that, it's just going to take time for growth. It just is, man. I don't know what people want to hear or see, but it's just going to take time for growth. The offense will catch up with the defense. He just needs time.
That's what goes back to back to what I was saying in regards to the patience that you got to have with your coach. If you're going to say it's going to take time to grow, and he knows that, and you got an issue with the rotation.
No,
why are
Willie,
you ranting, man? Why are you ranting?
No.
I'm just saying, if we got to be patient with the growth, and you got veterans that's been proven before.
Putting Corey Joseph bum ass in the game, it got nothing to do with developing these young. It's getting in the way. To be honest, he needs those reps. And you put Corey Joseph in the game, they're going out there scoring 0 points and giving you 6 turnovers. What the hell is that? That makes no sense.
I mean, but we got to be patient though, King. You know what I'm saying? If we got to grow, we got to allow him. We also got to allow Corey Joseph to get out there and get his bearings together. He's a veteran. He's been proven before. He's more proven than Killian. So I guess
I'd rather see Saban Lee.
He's going to get it. He's going to eventually go, because to be honest with you, no one has really, besides the person that's out for 6 weeks that has been consistent. Nobody has been consistent yet, and it's still early on. So, like I said before, I think you might have been a little too early on that rant there, brother. You might have been a little too early on the rant, man.
Still ain't got nothing to do with playing Corey Joseph when he's playing the worst on the team. Has nothing to do with playing him 20 minutes. You got Saban Lee waiting for an opportunity. I'd rather see him.
You said Saban Lee should be in the G League. That's where he at. You said that.
He down there. No, what I'm saying is he down there. He in the G League. He dropping 40, 30 in the G League. Yeah, of course. He should be in the G League. But when I have Corey Joseph giving me these performances, at that point, I'm ready to let me know in the comment section. Am I wrong for what I'm saying? If I'm saying Saban Lee should get those opportunities instead of Corey Joseph. Drop a 7 in the comments if I'm right about that situation. Drop a 5 if I'm wrong.
But see, and this also one thing, King, right? I might not get to be able to get. I don't get all the games y'all get because I'm in New Mexico. But one thing about it, man, we got to talk about stats, right? So,
no, we don't.
I mean, no, we don't. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Because you just brought up a stat. You said the man was 43% from 3-pointer when he only shot 30 threes, right? But this is my thing. I was bringing that
up in reference of confidence. I said it didn't have no weight to it. So what are you talking about?
I'm about to tell you what I'm talking about. So this is the thing. We're not gonna sit up here and act like it's games where Killian, he wasn't getting it going, right? And like I say, as a coach, you have to you got to make some substitutions or whatever. Like I said, maybe the method to his madness was gonna say, well, Killian, you ain't getting it going. I'm going to put Corey Joseph in. Maybe once you start seeing your minutes dwindle down, and then, here you go. You having the best game of your life. I mean, let's not act like
in his bag.
Yeah. Let's not act like, he just going out there to, he just out there killing it. I mean, this is the first game where he, it wasn't no reason not to pull him because he's out there balling on both ends. I mean, let's be real. This is the first game he was balling on both ends. So now, if Casey pulls him while he had the performance of his night last night, okay, then that'd be different. But when Casey was pulling him, he wasn't doing much.
And in most cases, the game was already out of reach. So it's kind of, for me, if I'm watching correctly, because I know King, he the Value Fresh Bleacher Report over there. If I'm watching correctly, when the games are out of hand and you still got a rotation that you're trying to get set, I gotta trust the coach. I gotta trust the coach that he knows.
You might want to pull him out because he might get a concussion from looking at his phone during garbage time. So it's like put somebody else in there.
Yeah, if it's not being productive, like you said, King always bring up the point of like when these other players on these other teams, when they get their stats and go and get their points, going, oh, that was during garbage time. But then if we put Killian there and he goes crazy during garbage time, it would be the same result. He did all
when
that,
have you
but it's
seen
still during garbage
When have
time.
you seen him go crazy during garbage time? What's your point?
When have you seen him in during garbage time? Like, why put him in there during garbage time?
Well, actually, those 3 games where he played or didn't play him in the fourth quarter, that was the first time that ever happened.
Right,
like I
but
said,
that's what I'm saying. If we're gonna trust the process, if we're gonna give him grace, if we're gonna say it's time for growth, if we're gonna do all of that, we gotta give Casey his time to be able to get this team meshing. Like I said, we're dealing with injuries, we're dealing with a young team, and he also got to say, listen, I got to give my veterans some chance because they have in the past been proven, even though like Corey Joseph out there running around just throwing the ball in the stands like he Shea Patterson or somebody.
Yeah.
but once again, like I said, I think we got to slow down because seeing what I seen last night, it gave me hope because that's what we've been asking for. But we finally got everybody healthy. I mean, not everybody healthy, but the backcourt was healthy, but they did have some nicks yesterday. And we finally seen a game that we had predicted the Pistons should do. Get in there. You got Grant that can get you buckets. The boy is nice with the buckets. You got Stewart down there being nasty in the paint. And then you got the backcourt with Killian with the steals, rebounds, defense, pulling up shots, the shot he was taking looks good. It looks a good-looking shot out there. And then you got Cade to close it out at the end when we need them clutch points. That was textbook of what we predicted. So who's to say that's not to come? And I believe that's what's happening, but we had to get some things worked out. Like I said, this is a whole new team. We got a whole new bench. And like I said, we dealt with injuries. The chemistry isn't there. So I was just, I was kind of thrown off a little bit with the rant yesterday, but I understand your frustration there, brother. But I say, hey, be patient with your coach, man. Be patient.
And man, screw Casey. Look, this man he been doing the same stupid stuff since last season, man. Like I said, my patience is real thin with Casey right now because, like I said, you have to give them opportunities in order to for them to develop or to get themselves into a rhythm. You don't pull a guy out when he's finally getting himself going and then bring in somebody who has no business being on the court. Corey Joseph at this point in his career should be a cheerleader on somebody's bench. Not taking the Pistons been doing this for years, bro. That's why the fan base ain't hearing it no more. We out here playing guys with like Steve Blake and Jose Calderon over the years. Oh, too many minutes.
Don't you knock Jose Calderon?
Tired of seeing that stuff, bro. Like I said,
the problem is part of the draft. We always gotta wait on the guys that we draft. That's part of it. We always gotta wait on the guys that we draft. So they always want to have
this the first time we done had a top 3 pick since Darko Milicic, though. So I mean, like I said, if you go down the draft list and the positions that we've been drafting over the years, it's plenty of teams that have to wait on some of those guys. So it's not like we've been drafting top 5 year after year like with Philadelphia or somebody. So
we've been in top 10s though. We've been in top 10s.
And how many 10 players that's not in the league? That's not in the league right now. Like
most of them from the Detroit draft.
Who?
He said most of them from the Detroit.
Listen, we don't went down that list of how many times we swing and miss when it come to these draft picks, man. So
I mean, yeah, but like I said, we ain't the only team though. We just not.
Yeah, but we've been suffering for a long time because of it. Like we're not the only team.
Trust me, I'm not. Don't get it twisted. I'm not defending the franchise. I'm just saying we ain't the only team. So you can't just say a lot of teams do that.
But I will say this, King, and this is the thing about Dwayne Casey and the reason why he was brought in. It was because they said he has a great track record of developing young players. That was his main thing about
that man developed one person, bro. Like that track record. Why ask the Raptors fans what they think about Dwayne Casey? They'll tell you themselves.
without But without Dwayne Casey, they wouldn't have a team that they have. No, that was all Dwayne Casey and his draft
I tell you what,
And
without Dwayne Casey, they just may have a chance to win a little bit more successfully in some of those big moments because Dwayne Casey couldn't figure it out according to them.
I mean, he
couldn't get past LeBron James. That's what that was. I mean, let's be real. Nobody could get past LeBron James in the East.
And I would say this: if Dwayne Casey had Kawhi Leonard over there and coached him, it might be
right. I mean, you got to look at it. One of their best players. What's his name? What's his name? What's the point guard name?
Who?
From Toronto. What's his name?
Kyle Lowry?
Van Fleet?
Yeah, Van Fleet. That's one of KC boys right there.
What about Van Fleet?
I'm saying he developed him good.
To what? What is that? What is Van Fleet?
You got Siakam over there. That's a KC product.
That's the guy that he developed that everybody talks about is Siakam. But like I said, Van Vliet scored a 30-point game, and that's about it this season. Well, that's what I mean.
Well, he hurt now, but
he hurt now. But like I'm saying, it's not
DeRozan did improve when he got over there too. Now,
did you just? I know you did not just credit him. Oh my God, to DeMar DeRozan. I'm not arguing with y'all.
I think you just hard on Casey King, man. I mean, I think with this team, man. One of my things, what I said from the beginning, though, is this team is going to go as far as Killian's, as much as more as he advanced.
Yeah,
So.
Yeah, and I agree with that too. And what happened last night was the proof. It definitely was a different feel to the Pistons last night. And it's not like nobody – I know for sure I would love to see this young man, do some things because you could see it in him. You could see it in him. And like I said, in order for us to get to that, get up above a notch, it's going to take him having them types of games.
Let me say something, Big Willie. I see all the comments coming down, right? And they seem to all be agreeing with King. We want to say the Raptors did well without Casey. Let's not act like they didn't get a big blockbuster trade after Casey was gone and getting Kawhi Leonard. And he hit a very nice shot from the corner. And come on, let's not act as if the players and all the development wasn't already there. I mean, it was. In contention, and then you get a Kawhi Leonard. You know what I'm saying? So
and got some breaks, and they got a championship.
Yeah, what is the Raptors doing without Kawhi Leonard? Let's talk about that.
If Golden State, was healthy, that'd be a different story. But like I said,
hey, you get some breaks in there.
Yeah. So listen, King, just hold off on your coach a little bit, man. I think he heard your rant Friday, and he made the adjustment Saturday, man. Gotta give him some time, man. Give your coach some time there, King. It's gonna get together, man. And like you said, your boy Killian, he's getting there. Like you said yesterday, if he's consistent with that type of game like he had yesterday, hey, listen, the sky's the limit. Listen, we got a good foundation, and that's what we wanting to see. Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Cade is starting to roll. So what you can get. And like I said, we got the one thing we gotta have, in order for us to be successful is that Jeremy Grant, he has to show up. It's like if he has the thing is this: if he has an off game, I think we're in trouble because we don't have the scoring ability. If he's not on, if he's not on like he's been, I think that's when we're in trouble. But we need to find that second and third type. And the main thing is this, and I think this is really going to be key. Sadiq Bey got to find his stroke again. My brother got to find his stroke again. That will make a lot of difference.
One thing that can help it. Yeah. One thing that can help it is if Dwayne Casey decide to, if they do go out and get some big man help, if they decide to run pick and roll for once in their life, it probably would help him out because that offense is just not built for him to be successful. The offense that he's running is another thing that everybody in the fan base is complaining about. So, like I said, it's it's the most incomplete looking offense I ever seen. You know what I'm saying? It's like, where are guys going? Guys are getting confused on where the hell they going. Nobody is committing fully to the screens. It's like, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? And that's my thing with Casey. I'm not saying he's a terrible coach, but I feel like he's slowing up the process some with some of the boneheaded ass decisions at times. And I'm not the only one, obviously, because like I said, it's the whole fan base is saying the same thing that's watching these games. It's not even just us. Go ahead.
So King and Big A, let me pose the question again. Is Casey done after this year? Now, I posed this earlier on and said if he doesn't make the playoffs, I said the playoff. But you guys said there's no the topic was it doesn't matter what they do because it's about development. So I'm gonna ask the question again. Should Casey be gone?
I have to give him a little bit more leeway until we make some roster moves, until we get a big man. Once we get a big man and we still doing the same clown stuff, then okay. But we got to add some more to the roster.
But you shorten up your leash on them though a little bit more. It was like you was gonna let him go, but you shorten up the leash.
Durant was never to get Casey fired. It was the fact that, what the hell are you doing? That was what Durant was about. It was the frustration from not only me, but the fan base. Like, we watching this stuff. Like, why are you? You're not helping develop. You're not helping develop K or Killian when Corey Joseph is playing minutes that he shouldn't, that he doesn't deserve. That doesn't help anybody at any point. And then it's like you're playing 4-on-5 out there when the guy's out there because he's just absolute zero on defense. So that's what the fan base was complaining about. Like, bro, this dude is getting minutes like he's productive out there, and he's actually making it worse. We've watched over the last games, and y'all put a 7 in the comments if y'all hear me. We watched in the last 3 to 4 games where Corey Joseph came in the game and the lead literally virtually went away immediately. And the Pistons just couldn't recover after this man is out here turning the ball over, not giving you anything nowhere on the floor, not running the offense. The offensive flow goes away completely. Killian played 32 minutes last night. Why did the Pistons have their best looking game when he played the most minutes he's played all season? And even in that, he went out with the injury. So like I said, the Pistons had an opportunity to blow the game open even more because they came out in the second half. They still was hot. Mm-hmm. So it's Corey, bro. That's Durant. Durant is not about Dwayne Casey overall as a coach. He's a good coach. But rotations has been his problem since he's been here. That is all we're saying.
Well, I think King had too many Bud Lights during that rant. But, Big A, go ahead and the question, man.
I seen a comment where somebody said, well, what did Dwayne Casey do with all that talent that he had in Toronto? I mean, his last 3 years there, the last 2 years he lost in the semifinals, and then the other one he lost in the Eastern Conference Final with only really having Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan. And guess who he couldn't beat?
King James Thanos. Okay. He Thanos Toronto, man.
Okay. So it's like, come on, let's be realistic here. I mean, I'm not one to say that Dwayne Casey's. I don't think he's a bad coach. I mean, like I say that we're like one of the youngest teams in the league. So it's a lot of maturity and stuff you have to deal with. It's a lot of things that he's having to deal with that you're not seeing on paper. Like, once again, like I'll say, if you ask any NBA player, hey, are you 100% healthy going into a game? They're going to tell you no. They all dealing with some type of, nicks and knacks. And like I say, for Killian, like I say, he went out with the thumb, but then he went back in. And I guarantee you a lot of that had to deal with, dude, if I don't get back in, my minutes going to go to somebody else. Mm-hmm. But that's something Dwayne Casey won't get credit for because we said, oh, you playing Corey Joseph. You know what I'm saying? So we got to look at all of those type of things. And I agree, too. We have to get a legitimate big man down there, down low. Isaiah Stewart. I mean, you're going against Toronto last night. They didn't have much. Like I said, starting point guard hurt. They ain't got much down low. It was a different thing when we was playing against Cleveland, and then even Cleveland was out with their starter. You know what I'm saying? You know, Colin Sexton wasn't playing in that game, but the thing is that they had a down low presence. So,
and they wasn't turning the ball over 30 times.
Well, be honest,
but the thing is, they got Isaiah Stewart in foul trouble quick.
Yeah, and like I said, their best player actually is the paint play right now. That's their best position right now. So, you know, you had to know that they was going to beat the hell out the Pistons because we don't have nothing but Isaiah Stewart.
If Colin Sexton was there, it would have been a whole lot worse too, man.
Colin Sexton would have got locked up.
Oh yeah, you think so?
I believe it when I see it.
Oh yeah,
you got locked up.
I believe it when I see it.
Got locked up. I know you would believe it when you see it.
He would have got locked up.
I believe it when I see it.
Oh, okay.
Colin Sexton would have dropped 30 on the Pistons, huh?
It'd been more like 24.
Yeah, it would have been in the 20s. I mean, let's be real. We ain't stopped nobody really though. Like when it comes to them scoring on the Pistons, we ain't that locked down now. You know,
not yet, but it's some goodness there. So, let's talk about these young guys from this draft. We done seen his last couple of games. Now we done faced the number 2 guy, Jalen Green. We done faced Mobley from Cleveland, and then last night we had Barnes. Them young guys looked good. All 3 that we've seen so far in that draft, them top 4 picks, man, they looked to be worth the picks. I think to look at it right now, the way the picks has been set out, they're fitting well with the teams that they're at. So, Big A, what you think about them young guys, man? What do you say, man? Looking at them this week.
You know, I was almost about to jump off the limb. You know, the conversation we was having, Big Willie, but I think this might be one of the deepest drafts close to that 96 draft, man. I mean, all these guys that have been drafted this year are key contributors to their team. I mean, right away. I mean, entering the league, they are contributors to their team. You know what I'm saying? So this draft was pretty. I mean, when you go to that 1 to 15, it was pretty deep, man. Pretty deep. I mean, who do we have next? The next one we gonna see? Who's the?
Well, we got Sacramento next, but you know.
That's another one. So. Yeah, you got Davion Mitchell over there. You know, that's he's a key contributor over there, man. You know, these guys are. This draft was really deep, man. You know.
Most definitely, looking at those guys play and how active they are, how mature they looked out there. Because Mobley, he looked real mature down in that paint, posting up, getting rebounds, that step back shot he had going on. Watch Barnes yesterday. He was real aggressive going to the rack. He's already got that size that's NBA ready. You know, his body is NBA ready. So you can see the great potential in him. Watching, of course, Jalen Green, you know, that was the big thing this week, Jalen Green versus Cunningham, which it did disappoint. We saw what we needed to see. You know, we know why Cade is here. We know why Jalen Green is over there. Doesn't leave the fact that, you know, that both of those guys really showed up during that game. So looking at this draft class and the way these guys have been playing, not even just those guys, but the Suggs and Franz Wagner, he's been playing excellent too. And like you said, Davion Mitchell over to Sacramento, this young draft class is coming in ready to play and being a contributor. In some cases, maybe the best player on the team in most nights. So, King, what you think, man, with this young draft class that you've seen this past week? What you got?
I'm overall
on those
impressed
guys,
with
man.
I've been following everybody I can with that's been in those top 5 picks, man. Like I said, I'm impressed with pretty much everybody I've seen. It's like, a lot of these players, they are contributing right away to some of their teams. Some of them we still got some work to do. as far as efficiency, as far as consistency. So we at the beginning of the season, so of course you're gonna see that. But I just wanted to bring up something. Even with the matchup between Cleveland, Colin Sexton is not the guy on this roster now. He was last year, but he's not the guy on this roster right now. Right now is Mobley. Right now is Garland. Those two are pretty much playing the best on that roster. It's the reason why I said that. Colin Sexton is
hurt though.
Yeah, he's hurt now, but like I said, he still. I mean, he averaging 16 points, 16 points, shooting 24% from three right now. So Colin Sexton against bigger guards like Cunningham, like Killian Hayes, is not going to come out and put 25, 30 on the Pistons willy-nilly like that. No, I mean, the Pistons may have some struggles shooting the ball, but on the defensive end, on ball guarding with the Pistons has been really good. Besides Corey Joseph, it's been really good. You know what I'm saying? We got killed in the paint. They killed us in the paint. They destroyed us in the paint. They wasn't really able to do too much from the guard position when we played them. It was the big men. Like I said, you see what happened when Garza had his Brandon Knight moment.
My God.
Oh my God. He hit the floor so hard, bro.
Hold on, King. Hey, y'all gotta put the sevens in the comments if y'all seen your boy hit the ground hard.
Yeah,
like that. Man, that was
died out there. He died, man. I feel so bad. It's so bad that like I said, he didn't even get no minutes yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, that was And like I said, we're gonna struggle with teams that got 7-footers that's at least halfway athletic, because one thing Luka is not is athletic. He's not strong enough yet. He's not quick enough moving his feet on defense. So putting him in that position against those two guys was already, on the dial side for him. So they, like I said, they literally just came and they was doing they was killing us with pick and roll. All night, they kept killing us with pick and roll, bro. All night. So, and like I said, I can't even go ahead.
Now, I do want to say something to you. In that game, though, King, you do realize Garland had 21 points, right? He was the lead scorer of that game, right?
Pick and roll. That's what I'm getting. Can I finish my point?
It's still points, though. Go ahead.
You said it was Mobley, though.
Okay, so who was checking Garland that game?
I don't know.
Corey Joseph.
It wasn't just Corey Joseph. That was a splendid effort.
How many points? Okay, because the only two people that checked him that game was Cunningham and Corey Joseph. Killian wasn't checking Garland.
Well, he
so in his 28 minutes, Killian never checked Garland?
Bro, Killian did not check Garland that game. It was Cunningham and Corey Joseph.
Oh, okay.
And they killed him in the pick and roll.
So he should have been checking him, is what you were saying, because he was killing us. That means you supposed to put our dog on him, man.
Okay, for instance, Garland had 28. Yeah, how many steals did Killian have that game? If he was checking Garland, how many steals did he have that game?
He had 5 steals that game, right?
6.
Oh, I'm sorry.
6. He was not checking Garland.
6 steals. Why wasn't he?
He wasn't checking Garland.
Why wasn't he checking Garland, man? Why wasn't he? Because Garland.
I just told you he was checking Garland. I told you he was checking Garland.
He's just gonna blame all our woes on
Corey Joseph. He only played 20 minutes.
He played 20 minutes, bro. It was. Y'all think I'm bullshitting, bro? I'm not bullshitting.
I mean, but when we watching the game, Garland he got hot early, so that was during the starter. So, but you said that was Cade though, so I guess so.
Yeah, Kelly wasn't checking Garland.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
Like I said, that man had, like I said, he had 6 steals, bro. He was not checking Garland.
Hey, listen, Luke Garza getting dunked on like that was all Corey Joseph's fault, man. He should have been down there in the paint.
But Garza got to know, man, you don't jump backwards off of 1 foot, bro. Like, you asking for it. Like, I appreciate the hustle and all, but man, that was
Listen, I haven't seen no memes yet. I thought that was gonna go crazy around. I know it made Sports Center top 10, but I'm pretty sure I missed some memes on that one because he hit that ground hard, man.
I'm pulling up I just pulled it. Okay, so this is who Killian was checking. He was checking Okoro. Okoro, 23 minutes, 9 points.
Big fella.
Okoro. 1 for 7 3-point land. 4 from 12 from the field.
So who was he checking in the Raptors game?
Huh? Who was he checking in the Raptors game?
Yeah.
Who?
He was checking Goran. Who was he checking like last night, y'all? It was Goran and
it was Dragic, and then it was
it was Goran Dragic.
Trent Jr.
Like I say, Trent Jr. Yeah, Trent.
He definitely wasn't checking Trent Jr. That's who everybody was talking about. Trent Jr. getting off last night. No, he wasn't checking Trent Jr. last night. He was checking.
Well, they got they got a deep backcourt. They're gonna be checking in Sacramento, so we're gonna really have to see some of that defense because Sacramento.
We're gonna have to see that offense. We're gonna have to see that offense because they're going up against Davion Mitchell.
But what I'm saying is Mitchell don't start, and Sacramento literally goes like they have Halliburton and Fox, and then they'll bring in Buddy Hield and Mitchell. They got some nice little rotation in their backcourt. So
so we definitely gonna see a nice little game with them boys.
Yeah, and they got Barnes too.
That backcourt, man, against our young backcourt, this is definitely going to be a test.
That's gonna be a good test. Good test.
That's definitely going to be a good test.
But for everybody in the comment, what happened the last time Killian Hayes met Halliburton?
Nobody remember. He only played 2 games last year, King. Jesus Christ. You don't remember that. He played all the 2 games last year. So what happened last time? Let's see what happened this time.
Hey, King, don't.
Because Halliburton still went on having a good season. And then after that, it was we put you on injury reserve.
Yeah,
you had your best game, and we're going to let you play no more. We're going to let you play.
Had a decent
he did. He was a rookie. He's supposed to, He had a decent season. But we ain't see Killian no more after that. Killian said, I had my best game, and I'm out. I'm going on injury reserve. Y'all not about to do this to me.
Listen.
So let's go to go ahead, Big
He said, was that the game he scored 100?
Hey, go ahead.
Yep.
Go ahead, King. Go ahead, King.
Hey, that's what it seemed like. When he get 13 points, it seemed like he scored 100.
Go ahead. I'm to the comments, King.
No, I'm just messing. I got to get ready to get out of here. I got to go to dinner, brother. I got to get ready to go to dinner, man. I'm just messing with y'all.
That's gonna be a good test, though, man. With our backcourt with Hayes and Cunningham going against Halliburton and Fox, and then just that rotation they got with Buddy Hield and Davion. Man, Davion he's at your ankles, man. That's gonna be
he's a dog, man.
It's gonna be a good one, man.
All right, so let's do this now. So right now, like I said, we're wrapping this up. We got some, let's get some final say in. So I'm gonna start with you, Big A. Go ahead with your final words for today, my brother.
One thing we forgot to mention too, Michigan basketball, man. Oh man, listen. I'm gonna tell you about somebody, Masa Diabate, man.
Yeah,
that guy, and then Caleb Houston, man.
Caleb Houston, yeah.
Caleb Houston, man. Like that kid, man. Like I say, man, he I could just see so much Grant Hill in him, man. Like it's insane, man. I need Garza to get off the ground, though, man. I need it, bro. Like, bro, seeing Diabate, the way he blocks shots, bro, and like, the way he just quick off the ground. I need, if there's one part of the game Hunter need to work on, and that's that, man. That's that, bro.
Yeah.
I'm still on the national championship for bus, man.
For sure.
Got
For
to.
sure. King, man. King, what you got, my brother?
Just want to say, man, I'm ready to. I'm definitely ready to get a little bit more engaged into Michigan basketball, man. Like I said, we need to definitely make that one of our front running topics, man, because like I said,
for sure.
us wasting our time talking about these goddamn Lions. You know,
hey, they did lose today, so give them credit.
At this point, man, it's like, bro, you know what I'm saying? We gotta definitely talk some Michigan basketball, man, because
for
that
sure.
is something, you know, it's just something we just gotta be just as excited about. You know, and get ready to get into this season, man. Juwan Howard is definitely about to do his thing and prove a lot of people wrong, man, that was hating on him when he first got that job. You know what I'm saying? I'm loving every second of it. So you know, with that said, the Lions ain't about shit. And you know,
get ready for Kavion Thibodeau, man. That's who they drafted. So you ain't gotta worry about it.
So here we go. With Thibodeau probably be injured about the first half of the season. So here we go.
Listen,
with that said, man, go ahead, Willie.
Listen, don't be making my prediction. That's what I say. That's my saying. You know, so give me my credit on that one about our draft picks and all. But yeah, most definitely, I have to agree with you guys about Michigan basketball. I'm excited to see that up and coming. It's a great time for Michigan sports. Period. You know, we got basketball, we got football still going on. Of course, even though it's still the Lions, but it's still NFL, so we still gonna be interested in that. So look forward to all the sports activities going on. Also, like I said, just to give everybody updates. Hot Topic Friday is coming real soon, real soon. So look out for that. We're gonna be sending out announcements about that. Also, once again, want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Culture Detroit. Like I said, they're down at the Fashionable Avenue down at Detroit. Address 19327 Livernois. Get down there, man. Get y'all look at. They got some great stuff down there. And even if you just go in just to kick it, it's a great place just to go in, hang out.
Great atmosphere.
They're very welcoming. They talkative. You're going to meet a lot of people. You're going to see a lot of things going on with the deals and guys trading in and bringing in stuff. Follow their Instagram page, Culture Detroit. You will see the activity that goes on in there. So it's a very, very cool place to go, very cool place to be. I say you guys check it out. When you get down there, just mention We Three Kings said, come down here. My brothers, they definitely going to look out for you guys. So that is our official sponsor. So you're going to be hearing a lot more about Culture Detroit. And like I said, look forward to these upcoming weeks. Looking forward to, Michigan take care of business on the court as well as on the football field. Also looking forward to, seeing the growth from the Pistons as well. And, of course, we ain't got to mention the Lions. So we just say, hey, let's just get us one victory. We might, I don't know, whatever. But,
right.
we had a good showing today. I'm glad you guys came out. Comments was crazy, of course. We had some.
Hey, make sure y'all hit that like for us. Please hit those likes for us. Please.
Like, subscribe,
Please.
Follow. We on Instagram. We on Facebook. We on Twitter. YouTube, we on all the podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, we on all of that stuff. So definitely have a lookout for us, All
right, let's get out of here so King can go eat, man, and maybe he can calm down on Casey, bro.
I'm getting some violent texts. I gotta get out of here.
Look at that hoodie. There you go.
All right, okay, I see you. Boy, that's a big billboard. Where you? Oh, that's the
I'm big backed it.
All right, man. Hey, make sure y'all hit them likes on the way out, man. Like I say, follow us on everything. Cards will be sent out this weekend. And then most definitely get with King to get the other ones. Once we make sure everybody got everything from the previous one in the raffle, then we're going to get back to just dropping stuff while we talking, y'all. We just want to make sure everybody get their stuff first. So. And we will be having an event where we're going to be throwing like a We Kings, together. We're going to be doing some shows down there in the culture shop. There's a bunch of stuff coming on. We got some interviews coming, all of that, y'all. So just continue to grow with us. We appreciate y'all.
Yeah, I will be dropping off the lawnmower this week. Wasn't able to do it this past week because I've been battling COVID, so I've been quarantined this week. Oh, of course, man. Of course, man. I got a head full of it.
Yeah, he got plenty of hair on his ass. That's about it.
All right, man. We out of here, y'all.
So we out of here, guys, man. We 3 Kings out, baby.
Have a blessed week.